Can I rap?
We're here at the Amir Mansour, a couple weeks away. Big fight with Steve Cunningham. How are you feeling?
I feel good, man. I feel great.
Do you think you're on a timetable a little bit? Now, how old are you?
I'm 41. 41. Don't I look good, man? Seriously, tell the truth. Huh? I'm 41 years old, man. Don't I look like the younger guy? Don't I? Huh? Seriously, tell the truth. I'm 41, Ken. I'm 41. I was born in 1972. Ain't that amazing? Ain't that amazing, man? That just makes it a little bit more interesting, don't it?
I think it is. Yeah, God bless you. I mean, do you
Listen,
feel,
the prison,
I'm
going to be honest with you. I was under a new experiment. When I went in, I was 29. I came home 37. But in 2001, they put me in a big thing of ice. They froze me for the 8.5 years. So I'm really 8.5 years younger than 41.
So your body feels pretty preserved.
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. I mean, I haven't been through no wars that wear and tear on a 41-year-old fighter. You know what I'm saying? I don't have 300 amateur fights, 200 amateur fights. I don't even have 10 amateur fights. You understand what I'm saying? My amateur career was in a little youth house, fighting guys in Rawway Prison, Trenton State Prison, Northern State Prison, Bordentown Prison, Yardville Prison. That was my amateur experience. But thank God that I didn't have that long, extensive amateur career, because that's what kills a lot of professionals after 20, 25 fights. They can't fight no more. They can't talk fluently anymore because they done had 300 fights before they even turned pro. You understand what I'm saying?
Steve, obviously, going to be your toughest test. What's he going to bring to the table? Do you believe that you haven't?
He's going to bring a little sharper skills, but I don't think he's my toughest fight.
No, who has been?
I would say Maurice Harris, man. That fight will go down at this point. Maurice Harris and Dominic Gwynn. The way Dominic Gwynn fought me and the way that Maurice Harris fought me, both of those guys came in great shape. And even though they may have not fared too good sometimes with guys before me or after me, the way they showed up to fight me, you know, I think that those two guys were my toughest opponents today. I don't think that he's my toughest opponent. He's the most decorated, but with his size and with the size that I'm used to preparing for and fighting, he definitely has a little bit more skill than any fighter that I fought, but he's not my toughest opponent.
Now you kind of switched training camps down to Atlanta. What was the thought process in that?
Well, I went down there to train because for the Price fight, I probably, out of 45 days, I probably missed about 10 days training. I wasn't running the way that I should. I hate the cold, you know, and I allowed the cold to take me off my game plan. So this time, preparing for a guy like Steve Cunningham, I wasn't going to allow that to happen.
I brought up, come back at the time brought that up. I mean, no disrespect, man, but and obviously, in fantastic shape for 41, for 21. But we got to say, though, being a little bit older does shorten things up in terms of where you are and how quickly you want to get.
Well, I'm 20 and 0, so after this fight right here, you know, if I was 50 or 60, I think I'm in a good position. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm just turning pro. You know what I mean? I don't have a real padded record like a lot of these other guys that's in the same rankings as me in the heavyweight division, like Wilder and people like that. Like, you know, my record isn't really padded, man. I fought some tough guys. One of the guys I stopped in one round had a split decision with Steve, you know? So, you know, I fought some tough guys, man, in my opinion, you know what I mean? But I'm just a relentless dude, man, and I obviously hit hard, but there's a lot of other things that I can do as well that I don't just have to rely on my punching power, you know. I can rely on a lot of other things that you'll see April 4th.
Do you see yourself as this year kind of like the year you take that next step, obviously with Steve and things working out? Do you see yourself after that, a possible Jenkins, a possible Deontay Wilder after this? I
want to fight for a world title, man. I'm not interested in fighting nobody that if I beat them, I'm in the same position. You understand what I'm saying? I want to fight somebody that if I beat them, I'm in a higher position. I'm in a better position. If beating a Jennings will get me a guaranteed world title fight, let's go. Beating a Wilder will get me a guaranteed world title fight, let's go. I mean, why keep fighting guys that's in the same class as you? You know, I want to fight guys that's in a higher class than me, so I beat them, I go further, I go, you know, higher, quicker. He was with me my first, man. I can only fight the people that accept me, accept to fight me. You know, politics plays a lot in this game right here, man. You know what I'm saying? If the WBC, the WBO, the IBF, after this fight say, you know what, you won our title, you know, you defended it, we're going to make you a mandatory. You know, in my heart, I feel like I'm not going to get a world title fight until I become a mandatory. You know, I think anybody, any champion in their right mind is probably going to duck me as long as they can and think, you know, hope Father Time creeps up on me, you know the game, yeah. So, only thing I can do, man, is just keep winning. Whoever they put in front of me, keep beating them, keep winning. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, you know, I become somebody's mandatory, you know? Like I said, I would love to fight the winner out of Stavern and Areola, you know? I don't know any other heavyweight that, after beating this guy, would deserve, you know, that fight, you know, more, you know? So, we'll see, you know? I'm definitely going to try to make it happen, you know? Definitely going to try to make it happen.
Talk about what this April night's going to be like for you. I mean, just from where you've been to where you are. It's almost like that.
See, one thing about me is nothing scares me.
I wouldn't.
You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't think.
You understand what I'm saying? Well, you know, you might think, well, the lights and the cameras might can get to him. You know, that doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? I used to give speeches in front of 350 inmates, and I had to come up with a speech to keep their attention for 45 minutes. You know what I mean? And so nothing bothers me about performing in front of people or crowds. You know what I mean? I don't even hear or see the crowds when I'm going in the ring. I'll be interacting with them. I kid you not. I don't hear them. I don't see them. You know, I'm in the zone. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be a factor, man. It's not going to be a factor. I prepared myself for this for 8.5 years. You understand what I'm saying? I knew what I was going to do when I came home. He'll tell you. The day I came home, after about 3 days, I was in this gym, you know, and he'll tell you, man, you know, we talked all the time, you know. I told him, I'm going on a mission, and there ain't nobody, I don't see nobody beating me, you know. At the very least, I believe I have what it takes to get to a world title, at the very least, you know, at least get to the world title fight.